Hello student, welcome to my channel Lagging Behind. This is a new chapter, The Ball poem by John Berryman. Since we had Independence Day and Janmashtami holiday, so we did not get much time to cover the syllabus. So this is for you, a short explanation and the notes will be provided in class. So the ball poem speaks about a boy who has lost his ball. So what is the ball? Ball is a metaphor for the lost childhood. So this poet who was having a lot of nostalgic memories about his childhood and also some traumas related to that, and he wrote a poem in a very simple language and to explain the lost childhood innocence which cannot be regained by any money or anything. So the first line says, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street. So he's telling the memories and the childhood innocence is bouncing down the street happily, just leaving him. This means he has grown adult. And this means that he no longer can feel the innocence. He no longer can see and understand the childhood around him. So accordingly, we go to the next paragraph and see that no used to say, oh, there was other balls. So if you even if you give him some other ball means the experience of some other childhood, it will be no use, because once the time is lost, it is never gained forever. It is never we get back. So it is also a moral lesson where it is told that do your work in time, right? Next, as it goes, an ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. So ultimate shaking grief here, it means a sudden realization that suddenly he realized that he has lost his innocence. All his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Harbor means hard labor. He is telling that all his young days were into that hard labor where it went and we cannot get back his Baldwin. I would never intrude on him. And next part of the poem is very important, which is also important for your board exam. He is telling that I would not intrude. Intrude means to interfere in his own. तो poet उसमें दखलबाजी नहीं करना चाहता है. क्यों? Because uh, it is not possible for any human to give the childhood of a person, to give the lost time of a person. So the ball is a metaphor. तो ball क्या indicate कर रहे हैं? Childhood को indicate कर रहा है. In a world of possession, people will take balls and balls will be lost always. Little boy, and no money can buy a ball back. So this world is a materialistic thing. Okay, everyone has possessed something, but no one can possess the ball, the childhood. You can buy anything from the market, but you cannot buy your lost type, your lost childhood. The epistemology of loss, how it stand up, knowing what every man must one day know. So he's telling when you grow up, when you become a man, so you should know your valuable lesson that once the time is gone, once your time to do hard work, to enjoy your childhood, to cherish and everything, once it's gone, it can never be got back. So this is the brief explanation. We'll do in much more detail with the PDF and everything, a literary device and everything will be provided in the link description. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Hidden Behind. Today we are going to discuss a very important poem, that is ball poem. Already I have given you a very a short introduction on the poem. While I was trekking yesterday, I thought of let's make a short video on this poem. So now we are going to discuss in detail the various uh, mm, literary devices, important notes that are important for your CBSE exams. So keeping in mind about the 2025 and 26 exam that is most probably tentatively going to be held in February 26, we are expecting at least one question from Volvo. It can be a 2 mark or 3 marker question, or it can be an extra English question of 5 marks or 3 marker question of from the ball poem. So ball poem is written by John Berryman. John Berryman used to write about child psychology, and he was an important figure in bringing out the important aspect of society through very short and simple literary forms and everyday symbols. So in this poem, It is actually a transition of a boy to a man. Transition of a boy to a man. This is the important uh, one of the important aspect. Transition of a boy to a man. A boy loses a ball, he is very upset. A ball doesn't cost too much, nor is it difficult to buy another ball. So a boy has lost a ball, but why is he upset? This is because ball is actually a metaphor. Is actually a metaphor. Ball is actually a metaphor for the lost child. Ball is played uh, during the childhood by various children. So the ball is a metaphor for childhood. So the author, the poet says that a boy loses ball means boy loses its childhood. So already we have done this discussion. Now certain literary aspects are, so what is the boy now who has lost his ball? This we can say it's a rhetorical question. What is a rhetorical question? Rhetorical question. Hetorical. Rhetorical question. Rhetorical question is something that the author asks to the audience to think upon and answer to themselves, right? And the the poet says, what is it to do? I saw it go. So merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. So ball is actually a possession, a treasure, right? Merrily bouncing. Here it's a literary device called imagery. Imagery is something that creates an image. Bouncing ball, creating a visual image, an image where there are movement involved. And he says, a dime is nothing but 10 cents. See, I have written definition of a dime. Dime means 10 cents. 10 cents. What is 10 cents? $1 is equals to 100 cents, equivalent to paisa in India. Equipare the 100 paisa. Similarly, $1, 100 cents. So, what is the meaning of this? A dime. Dime means a little amount. A dime, another ball. एक छोटा सा अमाउंट देके बॉल आ जाएगा ना, पर वो क्यों नहीं देना चाह रहा है? The author, why doesn't he intrude? क्यों वो ऑथरिंग में है बॉल उसको खरीद के नहीं दे रहा है? Because the ball is not important. It is actually the metaphor, the symbol that the ball is childhood. Author चाहे वो कितनी भी कोशिश कर ले, वो उसको उसका जो childhood था, he cannot give him back. He sends his first responsibility. I told you, transition of a boy to manhood. So in this, the boy is becoming a man, and when he becomes a man, he has a lot of responsibility. Responsibility in a sense that he has to now procure means gather for himself food and various other things, right? In a world of possession, people will take balls and balls will be lost always. Little boy and no one buys a ball back. So he's saying buys a ball back. It's alliteration. It's an alliteration device, right? Money is external. He's saying money is external. Money अंदरूनी चीजें, बाहर की चीजें, जो कि it cannot be internal, it cannot be part of your life. It can help you sustain the life, it can help you sustain the life, but it cannot be part of your life. The epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most men know many days, how to stand up, how explanation. Here I have a detailed explanation. You can take a screenshot of this. And the ball poem written by John Berryman. He was an American poet and scholar known for his deep psychological and emotional writing. In this poem, he captured theme of loss and growing up. This is very two important keywords. In this keyword, you will understand that this is a poem of growing up and the theme of loss. Loss of what? Loss of childhood. Loss of childhood. Fine. Right. Now, moving on, mm, the summary of the poem. Just take a screenshot of the summary of the poem. Very simple. Feel, loss, and acceptance, growing up, value of experience. Okay. Message. Life is full of gain and loss. What is the message implied? Life is full of gain and loss. One should not be disheartened. One should not be disheartened mm, by loss. This means one should be determined rather than being disheartened. Disheartened means मायूस हो जाना, छोड़ देना, give up करना. No, but face it with courage and maturity. Poetic device, imagery, ball went bouncing down, merrily bouncing down. That is visual imagery. The ball symbolizes childhood. This is a symbolism. Ball symbolizes childhood, innocent, material position. It's a loss, represent loss of innocence. Alliteration, the ball bouncing. Repetition, the poet repeats the idea of loss to emphasize its impact. Personification, the ball merrily bouncing. Merrily means happily bouncing. How can ball be happy? This means happy is a characteristic of a person. That is why it's a personification, gives lifelike quality. The personification means giving lifelike quality to inanimate, means non-living things. No. So, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? The poem begins by questioning how the boy feel after his first real loss. Ball will always be lost. Loss is universal. Everyone experiences it. In a world of possession, material things may come and go, but life continues. Character of boy and central theme. Take a screenshot